So today I'm sparring with one of my good friends, Tino. If you don't already know his page, I'll tag him in my comments below. Tino is an accomplished Muay Thai fighter with, I think it's like 3 belts. He's got like 2 from WKA Nationals and 1 from TCB. Now, because I've got some weight on Tino, only about like 5 to 10 pounds. As you can clearly see, your boy been slimming down. But because I've got a little bit of weight on him, my focus is less about overpowering him and more about trying to find a way to implement my Dutch style against his like traditional Thai style. For those that don't know, that's kind of hard because one of the problems with fighting a Muay Thai fighter when you have a more movement-based style like Dutch is that their Muay Thai rules favor the Dutch. Favor the Muay Thai guys because they just walk you down. It's a war of attrition, as I've always said. And when you're a movement-based artist, like in the Dutch style, that can really count against you if you're fighting a Thai fighter for a time. So instead of me making excuses, I'm trying to make it work. And Tino is one of the best people I know that I can work this with because he is like me. He likes to be very technical. As you can see, we really like to play around, try some things out. You know, when you're sparring, that's how it should be. You should be playing around. Too many fighters take sparring way too hard. They're trying to win instead of trying to get better at their movements. As you can see here, I'm really trying to work on responding and not just freezing up with like singular punches, which has been a bane of my existence. And I'm trying to get over that. Like my personal goal is to throw at least 45 to 60 significant strikes per round, which is easier said than done. But again, we don't make excuses. We just try to make it happen. One of the things I really like about Tino is that he has a really good read on how to pressure people back. He really likes to throw those knees, as you can see. And I haven't done clinch in a while, so I'm doing the best I can. As you can see, it's really starting to wear on me because I really just want to shoot for a takedown, but can't do that in a Thai fight. I favor the more like Israel Adesanya kind of Michael Venom Page style. The gloves that we use are kind of heavy right now. I don't like these big heavy gloves, so I do have the more like hands down kind of style, ready to be evasive and throw quick clean strikes. The one thing you got to be careful of when you do that is that you got to be careful of high kicks. You got to be careful of retaliation. So when I sway, I got to be very careful to make sure my hands come up, even if it's momentarily, just to make sure that if I sway one way, he doesn't throw something that accidentally catches me, which can be kind of dangerous when you're doing that style. And again, he gets me in the clinch. I don't like working clinch, but we make it work. And in this last 10 seconds of an exchange, I try to throw some like super flying thing. Doesn't work out though. In this next round, I'm facing somebody who I don't think I've ever really gone with before. He's not like super great, but he has a little bit of experience. So my main focus on this round is focusing on implementing my pressure and my C game. One of the things that one of my instructors, Sensei Nemo, always emphasizes is that every fighter has an A game, a B game, and a C game. Your A game is the stuff that you rely on, the stuff you're very comfortable with. You're going to throw that in a fight regardless. That's the shit you can nail everybody with. Your B game is the stuff that you want to work on. You have some inkling about it, but, you know, if you try it against, like, super high-level guys, it may not work, but you try it against guys your level, it'll work. It may not be perfect, but then you try it against somebody who doesn't really know you like that, doesn't really know what they're doing, it's gonna land. And then the C game is stuff that you're too afraid to throw against anybody, and you really need to work on with people who are really low level. So that's kind of what I'm doing in this round. Again, we keep it nice and playful because no one needs concussions in sparring. No one needs head injury. No one's got any fights coming up, and no one's winning any belts right here. What we're trying to work on is making sure that our strikes are clean, our defense is good and strong. Again, I'm trying to work on that pressure, work on my timing. He landed some really good low kicks on me. They kind of like caught me off guard. I wasn't really like paying attention to it. I don't want to say I wasn't really respecting it, but I guess you could say that's kind of what I was doing. And I need to be more careful of that. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm really working on my boxer head movement. Boxing has been a really good key in making my head movement kind of crisp. The one bad thing I'll say that I'm taking away from these Muay Thai rounds is that I keep lifting my leg up for too long, which can be very bad against wrestlers. I got to be careful of that. Again, as you know me, I like my hands kind of down. It's nothing disrespectful. It's just like I get tight shoulders and back muscles get really tight really fast. And so in order to not tense up, I keep my hands low but ready. Again, making sure that I'm keeping that constant pressure, making sure that I'm taking those openings. As you saw, I saw openings. I'm working on taking the shots and not hesitating. Making sure that I'm staying as evasive as possible, making sure that I'm not letting my opponent ever know my next move, making sure that I'm not keeping my head in one place, and making sure I'm not giving my opponent too much time to build up a rhythm. Because he's the same height as me, I like to throw high kicks just to practice those. It's kind of like daunting to throw them against people who are taller than you, even though I know I need to do it. Also, allowing my opponent to work also makes the sparring round a lot more fun. One of the things that people do is they work too much on their offense. I really like to emphasize work on my defense. So all together, these couple of rounds were very good. This is the last 10 seconds, and I was working on placing shots. So that was a good run round.